So the first solution is to use WD-40 to spray it on everything. The second solution is to use a wire brush and clean the corrosion that might be on the metal sensors. A third one is to take off the latch and turn it upside down, which I think is a good solution, but the actual latch itself is not catching. Another one is to make sure there's nothing under the door, which I don't think the doormat is affecting the door because it's been opening and closing over the last 3 years. It's just that it just doesn't always open and close. Well, it closes, but it just doesn't always unlock. But the issue is that the vehicle itself doesn't know the door is closed. And that's what I need to fix so I can activate my Viper alarm. And then the other solution is to put washers behind the sensors on one of the sensor panels to kind of make it impact the other sensor panel more, have it connect better so that the door knows that it's closed. So we're going to start with WD-40 because that's all I have right now. And then we're going to go through and figure out each of the solutions. It might need all 4 solutions or all 5 solutions for all I know. Who knows? But I'll make a video on it because I'm sure that if it works, it's going to be helpful to other people. So what I'm going to do is put some WD-40, just kind of sprayed around. And they said these were corroded, the sensors, but I don't think they are. I'll put WD-40 in there, which I think will come out the side because I took the panel off stupidly. And then over here, they said to turn this upside down and then clean this off. So I think maybe it did get dusty. I don't know. It just seems weird. But yeah, I don't have the tools right now to take this off. I'd rather do it during the day, like at Home Depot or something. And then putting washers behind this sensor over here so that it pushes closer. And then this one, they said this is the sensor. This needs to be cleaned as well. So I think I'm just gonna spray everything with WD-40. I don't know if there's anything down here that's affecting the door. Who knows? But they said just make sure there's nothing under here either. And there's nothing blocking it. There's a little bit of debris and stuff, probably a dead mouse down there, I don't know. But this isn't gonna affect it. Well, hello there. Yes, I don't know. I think the mouse went that way. Who knows? I don't smell anything bad, so I know the mouse didn't, he got out somehow. But yeah, that freaks me out when I was in Yellowstone. So okay, so yeah, I know the slick locks, which is what this metal thing is here. I know the slick locks aren't affecting anything. They shouldn't. Yeah, so I think the latch is in the front because it's this thing here. It's this thing that attaches to that. That's the issue. I don't think it's the latch in the back. I don't think that's the causing. I mean, that would be weird if the slick locks, because this issue happens to most people that have this van, and most people don't have the slick locks. So, which are fantastic, by the way. So that's what this thing is. It's this. So it just dead bolts on and nobody can open the door. Even, which is great when I don't need the door open, but it sucks when I actually need to be able to get in the side door. So, okay, so let me just spray everything, leave it for a few days, and then come back next week. Now, one thing to note also is that the door does open right now, so I'm not going to know if it's actually been fixed until it just opens every time. So it's kind of weird. It's like proving a negative. How do I prove it doesn't not open? So yeah, so as long as if it ever gets stuck again, then I know that WD-40 was not the solution. So now I kind of want it to get stuck. So of course it's not going to, is it? So yeah, there's also sensors up there. Maybe that's also the issue. These sensors are just dirty. The latch is dirty. So I'm just going to spray everything and then hope for the best. Okay, here's the test. I'm going to do the Viper alarm. And if it does it twice, it means that it doesn't think it's locking. So I have the keyless entry right here. So I'm going to do press the keyless locking, and yeah, if it beeps and then beeps again, it means it doesn't think the door is closed. So yeah, and this is the other part of the slick lock where the bolt goes. So let's try it. I think it's not going to work what I just did. I just did WD-40 on everything. Yeah, so that means that it doesn't think the door is closed. So now the next solution is going to be sensors. So I'm going to put washers behind this one and push it closer. So that should work because yeah, I think it's, these are sensors, but I think this is sensor too. This one. I'll just put washers behind everything. But yeah, it said like it was corroded, but I'll leave it for a few days. Maybe the WD-40 will do something magical. Good afternoon. We're gonna fix the door today. So hopefully by the time I get the van down to Home Depot, even though there's a Home Depot right here, which is not far from my storage unit, it's actually about 10 minutes from my storage unit, I'm gonna go down to Sugarland because it's a little bit quieter. This one's right by the freeway, so it's a little bit loud. But first I need gas for my car, so that would be good. And then I'm going to go pick up the van, put in the porta potty and all the essentials for the day, and then go down to Sugarland to go to Home Depot and get all the things that I need that all of the people on Facebook have recommended. So I've got 5 or 6 different solutions that we're going to kind of cycle through and see which one works. So the bets are on which one you think will work. Also, I don't actually know why people like remain parked in a gas station. Like, if you're done with gas, go. Please. Oh, there we go. Okay. Because now I've got to go around. Yeah, people just like leave their like car and then they go shopping. It's like when people do that in the like, oh no, I want to go over here. No, don't take it, please. I'm like, I need gas. I'm like running on fumes. Okay. So yes, we're going to fix the door today. So that is the plan. Fingers crossed by the time I get to Home Depot, I was just trying to say, by the time I get to Home Depot, speak Jenny, that the door opens. Because it'll suck if I get all the way down there and the door is stuck again. But I did put a ton of WD-40, so I'm hoping that it's done something. Because that was solution number 1. Solution number 2 I will show you, and then solutions 3 through 9. So trying to fix it. And of course I won't know if it's fixed until the door gets stuck again. And so it's kind of like a process of elimination. So if the door gets stuck, then I know it wasn't fixed. If the door never gets stuck again and my Viper alarm works, then it's fixed. So it's all about the Viper alarm, but I will show you how that is the situation. Let me get gas first. So I'm at the almighty The Home Depot, which I didn't know until I started building the van like 3 years ago that it was called The Home Depot, not just Home Depot. Okay, so I need to get a bunch of stuff in here quickly and then just be here in the parking lot working on it. So hopefully my my drill will not run out of power. This is supposed to be wire brushes. I don't see any wire brushes down here. I see masks, which I don't need. So let me see over here. And then 1718 is washers. So let me go get that first. Okay, I'm getting a variety of washers. And now let me go get a wire brush. I think that's all I need. All right, I have these wire brushes. So let's go pay. And then if I need anything else, I have until 8 o'clock when they close to come back in. Okay, so we've got this. That needs to be turned upside down, possibly. I don't think so. Then we have this, which I put WD-40, and then we have a sensor, which I need to clean. This sensor I need to clean, it's corroded. And then I don't think I have to do anything down here. And then I've got these that I need to clean. And then probably clean that one and turn this one upside down. Okay, so those are like my 9 different options or something. I don't know how many that was. I don't know, I wasn't counting. Okay, so here's my wire brush. So I'm just gonna do this. I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I think it's this thing. I think this needs to be cleaned. I think that's what that is. I'm just hitting everything. All right, so let's do this one first, get all this corrosion off. I put the I left the WD-40 at home. It's okay because I'm at Home Depot, so no problem. So yeah, let me just do this, get all this stuff off. It's probably breaking the door. The door probably will never open after this. It is kind of bent there, like the rubber bit's bent. So yeah, I just want to clean everything, and then I think I need to clean this too. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, so this all corroded, or whatever it is. So okay. So maybe this will work. Who knows? Okay, let me do this first. Okay, this is clean. So let's close the door and see if the alarm will set. Okay. It's gonna beep again. Okay. Okay, that doesn't work. All right. Now, I'm going to take this off and put washers behind it. I think that's the thing, because when I press on here, it sounds like it's locking the door. So unfortunately, I don't have a thing that fits this. So I'm going to have to go in and buy a wrench. So I think that is what the problem is. I think it just needs to be, I think when you open the door like 5,000 times in its lifetime, like more than that, I'm pretty sure like it just like destroys the sensors. But yeah, okay, let me go into Home Depot, and go get a wrench or something. Hopefully I can take these off. Hopefully they're not, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's take a look at this. You see how it's worn away. Try to get it in focus there. You see how it's worn away. So I think it just isn't making contact. So yeah, I think if I guess I could take this side out instead, but this one is better because the washers will go behind it. I just need to push these sensors closer to these sensors, but you can see how many times it's made contact, and now it's just not activating the door to be closed. Down here, I think that's fine. I don't think I have to clean that. Yeah, I really think it's this. So my money's on this. I think that one's fine. I can still take that out and change it around, but let me go in and get a wrench and then I'll come back. All right, the guy said that it's probably metric, so this should work. So I'll use these and then they should be able to attach. If not, I'll bring it back. Okay, on the Makita brand, you get these, and it's number 10 that fits on there. So that's metric. So I didn't know that there was a different like imperial and metric. So thank you, Home Depot person, that I'll probably see 8 more times today. So anyway, let me try this. I got a screw loose. Okay, so now they're down here. So I think number 12 of this brand should fit behind it. It's okay, I think, if it's not perfect. I could also use the other washers that are behind it to see if they match, but I think that's fine. I've got a bunch of other ones, but let's go with this one. Sir, could you help me for a second?
Yeah, just one second.
Need one extra hand. Thank you, sorry. Okay, I gotta put a washer behind this and then put this back in, but I need this one. There's a washer behind this one already.
Okay.
So if you could hold just behind it like that. Like don't drop, yeah, I've already dropped like 3 washers. And then don't press it, like hold it away, very gently. No, don't pull it away. No. Sorry, yeah. Trying to fix the door. This is what YouTube told me to do. Okay, now I can push it closer.
You got it?
One, yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's gone.
There it goes.
I knew it. Okay, there we go. All right.
You good?
Yeah, this is like the stupidest design. All right, thank you. No way. Crazy. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god. It broke off. The whole screw broke off. Now it's stuck in there. Oh, that is nuts. No way. Oh, that sucks. Okay. I'm gonna have to get new screws. Hang on. Let me look for my screws. So this is what happened. The screw broke off. They're so old. It just got stuck in there. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to push it through. No way. Oh my god. Now I can't even use the door. I'm gonna have to take the whole sensor off. So both of these screws broke off. That is nuts. That should not happen. So now I'm stuck. Okay. Maybe I should have done it on this end. I should have done this way. But it probably would happen the same. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know. Nissan, what the hell? Come on. Okay, my next solution is to put these magnets that I just happen to have behind in order to push it forward. I think I just need to get this all replaced. But yeah, I mean, the screws are now filled up with the broken part of the screw, or the holes are filled up with the broken part of the screw. So let me go and find some Gorilla Glue so I can put this in place. I actually don't want to do anything right now. I'd rather just try to drill the hole back in, but I think I need to glue this. So I don't think I have any Gorilla Glue. Let me take a look. Okay, that's a fail. Now the door won't open. I closed it without reattaching, because I can't find the Gorilla Glue or the duct tape or anything to hold it in place while I went back in, and now it's not opening at all. So I think I've broken the door. I want to find out how to disengage the sensor. I don't think I can. I mean, this is all the mechanical stuff, like, you know, like if I, right here, and it's not even unlocking, and that's the handle right there. So let me see, hang on. Okay, so that's the handle, and the sensor is right below the handle. So I don't know. Now I have no door that opens. At least, you know, no one can get in, but the Viper alarm now doesn't disengage, or it doesn't engage. So I'm screwed. Unless I go somewhere cold where I never have to open the door. It's okay. I mean, I've gone without opening the door most of my travels, like when I'm parked. But it just means that I won't be able to put the bike inside unless I open the back. So I'm gonna have to Google this, figure out how to fix this door. God damn it. I seriously had no idea that the screws were gonna just break off. I just took them out and they were fine, and then I put them back in and they broke off. And that should not happen. So I think they're just all corroded. That's crazy. Thanks, Nissan. But the good news is, because the sensors are not contacting at all right now, because one side has been taken off partially and it's probably squished, it means that it is the sensor that is the issue. So it would have been fixed. I put the washers behind, had the guy help me hold it in place, but the screws broke off, which is so bizarre. That's crazy. I have no way to screw them back in unless I drill more holes, but there's no additional holes in that sensor. So I was going to just Gorilla Glue them to those magnets, and maybe that would work, but obviously not. So, okay, well, thank you, door. I cannot believe it. Look at this. That is crazy. When does that happen? When does that happen, people? No, Nissan. It's okay. I mean, the van was cheap, whatever. But yeah, I mean, the side door is not a major player. You know, I can live without opening the side door. But yeah, I don't know. It just means I can't put the bikes inside if I have to leave the van anywhere. Oh well, okay, well, we'll figure it out. All right, so now it thinks the door is open, as you can see. So this happens before, even when the sensor was attached to the door, and then it just kind of like opened on its own. So maybe if I drive back to the storage unit, which is what I'm gonna do right now anyway. It's already like 4:30 p.m. Actually, it's 3:30 p.m., but we had daylight savings, so I would like my hour back. I cannot believe that happened. Well, at least I know what the reason is. So if that door ever opens again, which it probably will never do, I don't even know how to get the door. You have to disengage the sensor to get the door open. But it's not even allowing there's no tension when you press the button down to unlatch it from the inside. It's just like there's no resistance or anything. So who knows? But anyway, before, many times, the door would not open. It would say it was unlocked like this, and then it would just kind of correct itself. But now the sensor is actually just kind of hanging down, and I don't think it's even like touching the other sensors. Cannot believe, what a 1 in a million chance that the frickin' screws will come out. Cannot believe that. Okay. I blame you, Bucky. I blame you for my door not working. All right, so let me explain about the Nissan doors. I don't know why Nissan decided to make doors that don't work. And I used to work for Honda and Acura, and I did all the sales training programs and also safety training programs. And so I worked on about 9 different vehicles between 2009, 2008, and 2010. So it was really fun. We got to do all the TV commercials, like in a different department. But I got to work with them on getting the footage and the photography and all that stuff. And we did all the photo shoots, and it was all super secret and all this good stuff. Anyway, so then I worked for Toyota before that, creating specification manuals. This was back in like the early part of my career after I went to Japan and after I went to the military, and after I went back to Los Angeles. Anyway, but Nissan, these cargo vans, which are great. I mean, they don't even make them anymore, so we're unicorns. So the side door, sorry, I just had a Frappuccino, so I'm like, my face is frozen. So the side door sensor, what happens is the sensor, the male and female, right, of the sensor. So the male side is not connecting. It's not big enough to connect to the female side. So you also have to like scrub them and clean them. So I did all that today. I like did all the hygiene, you know, got everybody wiped, and it still isn't like, it doesn't go close enough, because you open and close that door like 10,000 times, probably in the lifespan of the vehicle. And so, and I'm in a cargo van, tiny home, so I'm constantly opening and closing the door. So anyway, so then, so the Viper alarm doesn't know that the door is closed. So that's my issue, is that when I do the keyless entry and the keyless lock with the Viper alarm that was installed, it just opens all the doors again, and then it'll beep twice, and the alarm is activated even though the doors are open, and the side door will just either open or not open. So it's a big issue. So basically I can't activate the Viper alarm. I just have to manually lock the doors from the inside and close them on the outside, and then just keep the slick lock on the side door so no one can get in the side door. Now the second issue is that the handle itself, there's no tension on it. It's just like floppy, like back and forth, not even opening. But if you if you drive your vehicle on enough like uneven ground, eventually the sensors will contact and it'll say that the door is closed. And the second thing is that the handle will open and the door will open. So since August, I've had this issue. And I think it's like when I drove through Nebraska to get down to Denver in August to fly home for a weekend. I think pretty much what happened is that everything just got really dusty, dirty, gritty, and that's what stopped the sensors from contacting. But then also the side door just doesn't open sometimes. And so I had all these fixes about switching the latch around, like making the sensors closer to each other, which is, you know, the first thing that I did, and that was fine. That would have worked had the bolts not broken off. Like, how does that even happen? So then somebody on the Nissan page was like, oh yeah, you know, just get a welder and like do this and this and this. I'm like, have you met me? I will staple gun my hand to my face. Like, I don't have the capacity to do welding. Like, everything I learned on YouTube using power tools bought at Home Depot on aisle 17. Like, no, like the VA will not like me going in there with yet another power tool injury. Like, I'm not gonna harm myself again, as I had done multiple times when I was trying to build the van, accidentally hammering a hole in my thumb, breaking a nail by drilling a hole in my thumb. No. And I can't even use my hands that well anymore because of the whole, you know, hand surgery, the big old scar that's on my hand, and my shoulder. So no. Like, unless somebody in the Houston area knows how to weld. But basically, like, I mean, there's another fix. I can just Gorilla Glue, which was what I was trying to do. I was going to close the door, go back into Home Depot, go get some Gorilla Glue and duct tape, and just like put it in the right place with the washers behind it, and then hope that it's going to work. Like, close the door and open the door again. That was the plan, to see if it was in fact that I needed to move the sensor like 5 millimeters closer to the male side, closer to the female side. So it's almost like the male and female, they don't like each other. My door doesn't like each other. They don't get along. They get in a divorce. They live in separate rooms, and the doors don't open. So thank you. I'm going through like family crisis with my van. So that said, I am going home now. I'm in my car, which so far has not failed me yet. Which is another thing. Like, I have a bike rack and a hitch that I put on the back of the car, and it now thinks that every time I'm backing up that I'm slamming into something because it's covering the sensors. So Nissan needs to do a better job with their sensors, because the door sensor doesn't work on my van, and the sensors on the back of this car means that I'm stuck in a parking bay until I can do a 517 point edging turn to get out of there, because I have my bikes on the back, when I had my bike on the back. Anyway, you get the point. You know, that would be my demise. It's like, well, how'd she die? Well, I just got stuck. I can't get out of the parking space because my cars are not cooperating. The sensors, they're too sensitive, and I need like just a badass, like hardcore car. One that's just like, nothing's getting in my way, the door's opening, the door may open while you're driving, I'm going to back up out of here. I need one of those cars, not one of these like, you know, little frou-frou Nissans that I've been driving for the last, whatever, 8 years. I had a Mini Cooper before that, but when we moved to Houston, I left it in and I gave it back. I was like, I'm done with it. So I'm going home and I'm going to make pizza and I'm going to watch YouTube, and not any YouTube about fixing the door. I'm done watching those. I did find a really, really good video, and that's the video that I was watching, that I was following. And it's the only one that I could find that really had like exactly what I needed to do. Plus I went onto the Nissan forums that I'm on Facebook, and they pretty much said the same thing. Like, do these 3 things. Like, put the washers behind the sensor to make the male and female connect to each other, make them friends. And then switch the latch around, and then put WD-40 on it, and then scrub with a wire brush. So I did the WD-40, I did the wire brush. I didn't get around to switching the latch around because the door closed and it won't open. So yeah, so I'm kind of like 3 out of 4 fixes. But I think because even when the sensors don't connect, eventually the door will open. So I think just leaving it and driving it next week, and just driving around. Maybe, like, I didn't have any time today for some reason. My whole day went completely gone. But I think next weekend, next Saturday, I'll take the van out and I'll go down to the state park and I'll do a longer drive, and hopefully the door will open. As soon as the door opens, I'm going to pick up where I left off. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to go buy the Gorilla Glue and the duct tape. So I just want to kind of put it in position and then just see if it works. And I don't really care if the door just doesn't open again after that. Like, you know, I just want to make sure, like, am I right? Am I right? Yes. Hopefully. So I'm not even pissed because I've been dealing with this door thing since August. So I can live without opening a door in a cargo van. I don't really open my door when I'm boondocking. You know, it's just I do need the door to open to get my bike inside if I were to leave the van somewhere for a weekend. If I, you know, when I was on my trip last year, I would leave the van in like Seattle at the airport, and then I'd fly home and the fancy bike would be inside, and the you know, non-fancy bike would be on the back with like 17 locks. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the back door is open. There's no issues with the back door. There's no sensors on the back door. I wish I could just disengage the sensors. So that's what I'm going to look into. Is there a way to just disengage the sensors? But I think that would still affect the Viper alarm. But then I need to get somebody to fix the actual door handle, because that door, you know, I can lock it with the key, I can unlock it with the key, but it just doesn't open. There's no tension when you pull the handle. So I think it's a wiring issue. Maybe the mouse that was in there in Yellowstone maybe like chewed on everything. I don't know. But I need someone to go in there, an electrician, like Nissan electrician, to go in there and actually like rewire everything in that door. I've ripped the whole door panel off, as you can see, like in the video, just this same video. Like, I took the door panel off when I was in Taos last year, like back in May, not realizing that I probably shouldn't have done that. Although it's actually been helpful to kind of see whether things are moving, even though on the outside I can't get into my van. So help me. Somebody help me fix my door. So anyway, it's okay. I'll just go to cold places. But even like on a hot day, I'll be plugged in with the fans running, so I'm not going to open my door when it's like 100 degrees outside. It just means if I ever go to Schoolie Palooza next year, or any of the van meetups, then I'm not going to be able to show everybody my cool van. I'll just be like, just watch tiny home tours, because that's what my van looks like when the door opens. Because the door isn't opening right now. Anyway, okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat my cheese and my veggie pizza and just curl up on the couch. So I will wait a week. I will decompress. I'll go back and tackle it next weekend. So thank you. So sorry that I didn't fix anything this time, but at least if you're watching this and you're going through the same thing that I've been through, or that I'm currently experiencing, if you've been through my trauma of the side door, then please leave your comments in the comment section of how you fixed it, or if you were the dumbass that did what I did and ended up getting the door stuck. So, or did your bolts break off? How does that even happen? Like, what the hell? Anyway, they literally just like disintegrated. I mean, who knows what could have happened? I could have opened the door and the whole thing could have fallen off in the middle of the desert and I wouldn't have known.